The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hey now, everybody. Good morning and welcome to Season 2, Episode 24 of Where Are They Now Wednesday. And a reminder that you're watching the original Where Are They Now Wednesday. Don't be fooled by the Johnny-come-latelys who have gone by the wayside or any other imposters that try to come in on Where Are They Now Wednesdays. Plan on Sports and the Missouri Sports Network are your only sources for what Missouri high school talent does, not only when they're in high school, but when they get to the national stage of the NCAA. No one has more information for you than we do. And we appreciate your attention and your loyalty each and every week. And hey, do me a favor. Hey, text somebody, call somebody, just tell somebody at the water fountain, hey, you need to tune in to Where Are They Now Wednesdays on the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everybody has a home field advantage, including you. So do us a favor. Sign up to follow us on Twitter at Scoreboard Guy or at Playing_Sports or at Missouri Sports Network. Or go to our YouTube page, Missouri Sports Network, and subscribe, and go to our Facebook page and give us a like. Because then you'll be able to talk directly with us, email us, drop us notes during any of our live shows, and actually connect and put content into what we're doing on Where Are They Now Wednesdays and all of our other platforms here at the Missouri Sports Network. Well, hey, it's Where Are They Now Wednesdays. Are you ready? You better be, because we've already done your homework for you. Guy Newcomb alongside Kent Mueller can't talk about last week and this week.
Well, yeah, in midsummer, we started to discover where our Missouri high school talent will be competing in the NCAA this fall season. The college sports fall season now is in full swing. The goals, the saves, the assists, the touchdowns, the wins, and the losses. Women's soccer was the first to get started, and now all are well on their way into their season. And we know what that means. That means the Missouri talent that has left home to play coast to coast, and of course locally too, is already doing great things. Some are topping off what has already been a great collegiate career. Others are breaking through and becoming known for the first time on the collegiate level. You will know the names of some of the athletes we highlight. They are the ones from your area in Missouri. Some played for you, some played against you. And those others, they played from elsewhere in Missouri, and they are representing your state very well. Some of these stories used to be told to you by the local press. Sadly for high school sports fans, that was becoming increasingly sparse, but no more. This is what we do here at Where Are They Now Wednesday. We saw a void in the coverage, and we heard from you that it was a void that needed to be filled. There are just too many stories that deserve to be told, and we will get that started in a few moments. But now, I want you to help both of us out. If you aren't following us on X, please do so. You will get notifications of all of our content. Follow me, Kent Mueller, at Playing_Sports, and follow Guy Newcomb at Scoreboard Guy. Also, if you like this, and then please give us a like. It's a small gesture, but it means a lot to us. If you like our content, then you know others will like it too. After all, you aren't the only one in your friend circle who likes sports. So please repost this podcast and send it to your friends. Your friends, Guy and I, well, we will all thank you. We are ready, and we'll get to the meat of the podcast right after these words from our sponsor.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving, doing what they do best. Helping neighbors, pitching in, getting it done. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. And every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Seems Bill's up the creek without a paddle.
That's not funny.
And while he really wants a new boat, at Central Bank, we're helping Bill plan for what's most important, like retiring early and fishing whenever he wants. Hey, Bill, try it again.
Fine. Hope a new boat's part of this plan.
Dream bigger, Bill. We're thinking about a cabin, too.
Now that's a plan.
The Walnut Street Inn is located in the heart of Springfield on historic Walnut Street, just blocks away from the Missouri State Campus, Hammonds Field, Great Southern Arena, and downtown Springfield. The Walnut Street Inn features newly remodeled rooms, breakfast served daily, and a friendly, accommodating staff. The Walnut Street Inn is also a great venue for private events. Book your stay or get more information at walnutstreetinn.com or call 417-864-6346.
Hey, welcome back to Where Are They Now Wednesdays here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Presented by the Bank of Billings. Bank of Billings established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. And Doak Propane, for all your propane needs in Polk County and surrounding counties, see the folks at Doak. I know alongside Kent Mueller here on Where Are They Now Wednesdays, and it is Season 2, Episode 24. Doesn't seem that that's possible. 76 our shows overall, and we haven't missed a week. Kent, take it away.
Well, this first story has a number of angles. There are things that I've said before. Among them is that there are lots of reasons an athlete attends a particular school. Sometimes it's the coach relationship. Sometimes it's family tradition. It has always been true that athletes like to compete alongside friends, and it's even better when you can compete alongside members of your own family. It can be a lot of those things that combine to form that decision. I've also noted that once an athlete leaves high school to compete, they don't always stay in the same place. All of that is a part of this group of Missouri athletes. All 4 of these athletes are from Francis Howell High. All 4 are competing in men's soccer, and all 4 are at Lee University, which is a Division II school in Cleveland, Tennessee. The Flames compete in the Gulf South Conference. These 4 athletes are 2 pairs of brothers, and 2 of those brothers started his experience in college at another college after high school. But all 4 former Francis Howell Vikings are now the 4 Missourians on the same college roster, and they are Joshua Garvilla. He's a redshirt senior goalkeeper who started out at the University of Central Arkansas. And Daniel Garvilla, he's a senior forward who started out at Lee's McRae University. And Danny Overbeck is a redshirt freshman defender, as is his brother Michael Overbeck, who is a redshirt freshman defender. Joseph Garcia has gotten into 1 match and played 12 minutes. Michael Overbeck has played in all 4 matches, starting 1. While Danny Overbeck, as a redshirt freshman, is looking for his first playing time. For the season, Daniel Garvilla has started all 4 games and has a goal and an assist, with his goal being the game winner against Ohio Dominican. The 4-0 win over Ohio Dominican was on Saturday and boosted the Flames' record to 3-1. In addition to Daniel Garvilla's game-winning goal, Michael Overbeck spent 12 minutes in goal, not giving up a goal and making 1 save. Michael Overbeck played 65 minutes on the Lee University back line, helping them to achieve their second shutout. The 4 Missourians and the rest of the Flames will travel to Huntsville, Alabama this Friday to open their Gulf South Conference season against the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Now, coming back to Missouri, but staying in Division II men's soccer, we arrive at Drury University. Soccer is a low-scoring sport and also one that can end in ties. Drury has the unusual record of no wins, no losses, and 3 ties. Each of those ties were by a score of 1-1. Someone is defending that goal quite well. That would be Camden Meyer, who is a redshirt junior goalkeeper out of Glendale High. And his Drury Panthers compete in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. Camden has played all 270 minutes in goal this season. With those 1-1 ties, his goals against average is easy to calculate at 1.00. He has 14 saves, which gives him an .824 save percentage. Helping Camden with the defense are 6 defenders who played over 75% of the available minutes on the Panther back line. Most notably, Carson Morgan, a senior defender out of Springfield Catholic, and Ryan Moharan, a senior defender also out of Springfield Catholic. Carson and Ryan have played 270 and 178 minutes respectively. That is a heavy influence of former Fighting Irish defenders helping to a former Glendale Falcon get it done defensively for the Drury Panthers. They and other Missourians will be on the field for Drury next on Friday when they travel to Rolla to play Missouri S&T. And defending the goal is Matthew Solario, a sophomore goalkeeper out of Oak Park High. He is now at DeUville College, which is in Division II in the East Coast Conference. Matthew has been the starter in goal since he arrived in Buffalo, New York, a little over a year ago, and has given up only 1.54 goals per game in 21 matches. He is the highlight of the Saints' defense. In the last game, he made 5 assists and gave up 1 goal against nationally ranked St. Michael's. Next up for Matthew is a home match with California University of Pennsylvania later this evening. And getting some early playing time is Dalton Cates. He's a freshman forward out of Odessa High. He is now at Fort Hays State University in the Great American Conference. Yes, I did say Fort Hays State in the Great American Conference. The Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletic Association does not offer men's soccer, so Fort Hays competes in the Great American Conference. And they compete very well with a 2024 conference record of 8-2-2, and then going on to the NCAA tournament where they fell in overtime to number 12 ranked McKendree University in the second round. The Tigers are undefeated in 4 non-con games so far this year. Dalton has gotten into each game and has gotten a shot on goal in his 100 minutes on the field. The University of Indianapolis is off to a 3-0-1 start, giving up a total of 3 goals in 4 matches. Leading the back line for the Greyhounds is Sam Siegel. He's a junior defender out of Ladue Horton Watkins. He is at the University of Indianapolis, which competes in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. After transferring from the University of Dayton to Indianapolis for his junior year, Sam has started all 4 matches and has played 243 minutes in that stingy Greyhound back line. Another Missourian contributing early and contributing in Missouri is Luke Giesing. He's a sophomore midfielder out of Lindbergh High who is now at Missouri S&T, which is in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. Following a freshman year where Luke saw action in all 18 games and started 2, he has now started all 4 games so far in his sophomore campaign. Averaging over 60 minutes per game as a midfielder, Luke has 2 shots on goal, one of them good for a goal against Union College in Tennessee. And I have another Missourian getting early playing time, and not just earning the time, but being very productive with that time. Calden Hood is a freshman forward out of Webb City High. He is now at South Dakota School of Mines, which is in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. The Hard Rockers are undefeated with 2 wins, no losses, and 2 ties. They are high scoring with 11 goals in those 4 games. Calden has started twice and has come off the bench twice. He has 2 assists in his 153 minutes of game time. We'll be looking for more good things as the season goes on out of Calden. Normally, goalkeeping is a position that takes some experience, seasoning, time to adjust to the size and speed and just the style of the college game. And sometimes that only takes a redshirt year to adjust. That is the case with Owen Robin, redshirt freshman, goalkeeper out of Vianney, who's now at Truman State University in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. After sitting out his redshirt season, Owen has occupied the goal for all 270 minutes of playing time so far this year. He has given up 6 goals, or 2.00 per match. His 16 saves gives the young goalkeeper a 727 save percentage. The next test for Owen and his Bulldogs is this Friday. That is when Truman State travels to Lebanon, Illinois to take on McKendree University. Another Missourian to get on and then not come off the field for Truman State is Zoran Sabert. He's a sophomore defender, and he played his high school ball at Rockwood Summit. Zoran is a mainstay in the Bulldog back line and has been from his arrival in Kirksville. He had the second most playing minutes last year as a freshman. He played in all 16 matches and started 15 of them. He played the complete 90 minutes in all but 2 of those contests. There are 3 Bulldogs who have scored a goal so far in this young season. They're all Missourians. Mason Willier, a redshirt freshman forward out of Blue Springs, Tyler Buchart, who is a sophomore midfielder out of Rockwood Summit, and Jacob Panagos, who is a sophomore midfielder out of DeSmet. Truman State has 1 assist recorded this year, also produced by a young Missouri talent. That assist was executed by Slayton Spencer, a redshirt sophomore defender out of DeSmet. So for a 1-1-1 squad, it's all about young Missouri talent. The goalkeeper, the only 2 to play every minute, all of the goals and assists, all produced by Missouri-raised players, with the oldest being a redshirt sophomore. We will be paying attention to Truman State this year and in years to come. Contributing heavily on offense in this young season are Alexis Ibarra, who's a senior midfielder out of Guadalupe Centers, who is now competing at William Jewell College in the Great Lakes Valley Conference, and Caleb Fannin, a sophomore midfielder out of North Kansas City High, who also is at William Jewell. Both midfielders have scored a goal and made an assist for 3 points. That is tied for second most on the team so far this young season. Caleb has taken only 2 shots. Both were shots on goal, with one of them scoring. The Cardinals will be in action next when they travel to St. Louis on Friday to play the Maryville Saints. We just discussed Missouri talent competing in Missouri soccer in Division II. They were from a lot of different high schools from all over the state, both small and large, and public and private. I continually scan our database, the only one of its kind, for good performances by Missouri athletes after they have arrived in the NCAA. If you want your high school's athletes to be featured, just let me know. You can always contact me at playingonsports@gmail.com. Also, if you want a list of your school's Division I and Division II athletes competing in football, men's soccer, women's soccer, volleyball, and field hockey, you too can contact me at playingonsports@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. That's playingonsports@gmail.com to get a list of your Division I and Division II athletes in those 5 fall sports. Guy, we had a great time Friday night. Tell everyone about our first show on Friday.
Well, it kicks off at 5 o'clock with our high school game day countdown to kickoff. And whether that's talking about soccer or football or whatever fall sports are going on, typically it's about football, although we do interview our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol from around the state. And we'll have much more of those interviews coming up this Friday. Last Friday, we got to visit with a couple of kids from Odessa High School who in the same game set single game records in yards receiving and yards passing. We also got to visit with, in the past, Francis Howell North softball pitcher who threw a no-hitter. This week, we've got some guests lined up who will also take you around the Ozarks, some of the big game matchups going on that night, whether it be in volleyball or football or soccer, or in some cases even golf. And we are efforting getting our first golfer of the week on this week from Reed Spring, who set a school record with her performance here late in the week last week. But that's high school game day countdown to kickoff comes on at 5. Folks can interact with us during the show, and we always encourage that. And we get a lot of that during our Friday Night Live, but it's a lot of fun. Fridays are a busy, busy time at the Missouri Sports Network.
Yeah, that show is fun. And our post-game scoreboard is fun, too. It's where you can get scores from all over the state right in one place. Darren Archer digs out and assembles the biggest list of Missouri football scores anyone can find, while I get the easy job because I relay those scores to you, to our live audience from the Missouri Sports Network score desk. Lots of scores. But there's still time to hear from football coaches from all around the state after their games. Guy, tell us about some of those interviews and what people can expect this Friday.
Well, we'll try and have anywhere from 5 to 8 high school coaches on from around the state. They usually are on the air, 5 to 7 minutes talking about their game, and typically they've won their game. In one case or two cases, it may be from the Thursday night game that we start off the show with. We had 6 coaches on this past Friday night, and I tell you, I was fortunate enough to I was with Art Haynes, the Missouri Sports Hall of Famer and a legend here in Southwest Missouri, who had just called his last game for Missouri State University after 48 years, and we were traveling to the quarterback club. And he asked me, he goes, "How in the world do you get all of those scores?" And he's looking on his phone. And folks, if you want to follow along, that's the best way to do it. Sign up to follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube page, our Facebook live page, and you'll get all the scores. And there is nobody in the entire state of Missouri who has more information and more final scores than we do, or interviews the amount of coaches that we do from the vast different areas. We had Hannibal on, we had Columbia Rockbridge on, Fair Grove, Marshfield, Republic, Kansas City area, St. Louis area. We get somebody from every one of those points of view. So it's a lot of fun, and it's kind of fun to listen to us too, because we are scrambling during the show, but it's certainly fun, and it's a testament to all the work that Kent does behind the scenes and live on the air, and all the work that Darren does behind the scenes as well.
And it's true, folks. If you want to know the scores and hear the coaches who just walked off the field after a win, then you need to tune in. To get the notifications, all you need to do is to follow me, Kent Mueller, at X at plain_sports, and follow Guy Newcomb at Scoreboard Guy. And now that we touched on our Friday night football shows, let's look at some of the Missouri athletes who compete in Division II football. I will start with the top performing wide receiver, Maurice Massey. He's a graduate student wide receiver out of Kirkwood High. He is at Indiana University in Pennsylvania, which is in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Coming out of high school at Kirkwood, Maurice was the number 5 rated receiver coming out of Missouri, according to Rivals.com. He first headed to the University of Missouri, and then he was off to southeastern Louisiana for 2 years. Last year was his first year at his Pennsylvania home, and he didn't disappoint. In 10 games, he caught 42 balls for 610 yards and 8 touchdowns. All 3 of those numbers were the best for the team, in addition to having the longest catch of the season of 52 yards. This year, in 2 games, Maurice is on that pace with 7 catches for 136 yards and a touchdown. Another Missouri receiver covering a lot of ground is Armani Turner, who is a junior wide receiver out of Hazelwood Central High. He is now at Lincoln University here in Missouri, which is in the Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletics Association. In 2 Blue Tiger wins, Armani has caught 4 passes for 93 yards, an average of 23.25 yards per catch. His long for the year is 42 yards. Leading in rushing at Missouri S&T is A.J. Harris. He's a junior running back out of Lutheran St. Charles, who's now at Missouri S&T, which competes in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. A.J. started out as a Cyclone at Iowa State, but is now a minor at Missouri S&T. A.J. leads the Miners with 115 yards and 29 carries and has a touchdown. He also has 4 catches for 23 reception yards. After missing all of 2024 due to an injury, a Missourian is leading the way for Missouri Southern. Nathan Glades is a graduate student running back out of Missouri, who is now at Missouri Southern State, which is in the Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletic Association. In 2 games this year, Nathan has amassed 138 net rushing yards, a 5.1 yard average per carry. He has 2 touchdowns and a long rush of 29. His long of 29 resulted in a third quarter touchdown in the season opening 33-19 win over Midwestern State. There's Tillman Martin, who's a true freshman quarterback out of Liberty North. The freshman from Liberty North has stepped right into Division II football. He has completed 35 of 49 passes for 5 touchdowns and only 1 interception. His 71% completion rate has resulted in averaging 305 passing yards per game in the first 2 games of the season. One of Tillman's favorite targets is Aiden Robinson Wayne. He's a redshirt junior wide receiver out of Christian Brothers. In the first 2 games of the season, Aiden has caught 9 balls for 142 yards and 1 touchdown. Another target for the freshman out of Liberty North is Isaiah Green. He's a redshirt sophomore wide receiver out of Neosho. Isaiah has 5 catches for 111 yards and a touchdown. That's offense. When it comes to defense, Missouri Southern relies on another Missouri grad. Zach Bergman is a redshirt senior linebacker out of Logan Rogersville. Zach leads all tacklers by a wide margin with 2 game totals of 10 solos and 15 assists. Along with those tackles, Zach has an interception. Missourians aren't just active on the offensive side of the ball, they can tackle too. Keenan Gaskin is a senior linebacker out of Lee Summit North, who is now at Missouri Western, which is in the Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletic Association. Keenan has been a force for Missouri Western since he transferred in from Kansas State following his freshman year. As a sophomore, he was MIAA honorable mention. Last year, he was third team all MIAA. From his linebacker position, he grabbed his first career interception and returned a fumble 42 yards for a touchdown. In just 2 games this year, he has 16 tackles, 12 of them solos. In the process, he has broken up 1 pass. 2 of those team-leading tackles were for losses totaling 9 yards. Over at Southwest Baptist University, both the leading rusher and the leading passer are homegrown. Job Smith is a junior running back out of North County, and he's now competing in the Great Lakes Valley Conference at Southwest Baptist. Job has steadily increased his rushing numbers. He rushed for 132 yards as a freshman and a team-leading 504 yards as a sophomore. In 2 games this year, Job has rushed for 143 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jaron Saunders is a junior quarterback out of Lafayette High in St. Joseph. Jaron stayed close to home for his first 2 years of collegiate football. Those were spent at Missouri Western as a Griffin. In his first year, Jaron took off the moment he stepped into Bolivar for this season. After having thrown for a Missouri high school single game record 684 yards back in Lafayette High in St. Joseph, the Bearcats have unleashed Jaron's arm. In 2 games this year, he has completed 44 of 62 passes for 508 yards, 6 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. That is a quarterback rating of 168.5. We will watch to see what numbers he puts forth this season. Ricky Woodhouse is a junior linebacker out of Skyline High, and he's now a Bearcat at Bolivar. Last year, as a sophomore, the criminal justice major led Southwest Baptist with 68 tackles. That was also the 7th most in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. So far this year, Ricky has 10 solo tackles to go along with his 8 assists and 1 pass broken up. He can be challenging for the most tackles in the conference this year. That's it for the coverage for this week of Missouri talent performing in the NCAA. If you know where there is more of this information than you get right here from us on Where Are They Now Wednesday, I want to know. And I really do want to know. If you get more information from somewhere else, please let me know. Email me at plainonsports@gmail.com. That's plainonsports@gmail.com. Next week, we will take another look at what Missouri talent is doing in the NCAA. There will be a variety of sports. We will have women's soccer, men's soccer, football, field hockey, and volleyball to review. And I can assure you that there will be some amazing performances to discuss. And as we wrap up today, I want to remind everyone of our Missouri Milestones project. We are midway through the building of what are already the longest, most detailed, and most extensive lists of Missouri high school boys and girls who have scored 1,000 or more points in their basketball career. Those lists have become so popular that we have added 3 lists for football and 5 lists for both girls and boys volleyball. It's easy to have access to our list. All you have to do is to follow me on X at @plain_sports and by following Guy Newcomb on X at Scoreboard Guy. When you do that, you will get frequent updated lists and much more information. As I said, these lists have proved to be very popular. So much so, we have added to our schedule Missouri Milestones, the podcast. That airs every Thursday at 8 a.m. Tomorrow will be our next episode. What do we do in this podcast? Yes, we touch on what is happening with the Missouri Milestones list. but the feature is an interview with some Missourian or Missourians who are on one of our lists. It could be a current student who has crossed the threshold with more high school school time to come. Others competed in prior years, from recently to back as far as the early 60s. Each one of those interviews is the story of a Missouri athlete who has earned his or her way onto our permanent Missouri Milestones list. When it comes to our Missouri Milestones list and interviews, few say it as well as Kyle Fisher.
Hello there. My name is Kyle Fisher, head basketball coach and principal at Harrisburg High School and member of the Missouri Milestones list presented by Playing on Sports and the Missouri Sports Network. Be sure to give them a follow on X at Sports Guy and at Playing_Sports and Missouri Sports Network. This has been the most complete list of Missouri high school athletes and accomplishments anywhere. Weekly interviews, stats, and scores updated almost daily. Give them a chance to earn your